The Punisher 2099 buff is quite good. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be broken down into different sections. Going to be testing this champion in 5.4.6 buffet and all or nothing, the all of nothing of 6.1.6, and as well some rotations and ideas when it comes to Icarus and applying a constant stun or a repeatable stun in 6.2.3. I've put all that information as time code, should be in the description for you to check out, as well as thoughts and other information about this champion. Now yes, the structure of the video is we're going to be doing a little overview of those different sections as I've said, and as well just kind of point out the champion is all about building charges. You build charges, it is good. Some of those charges can be taken away to apply utility, like doing a heal block, but that's in the charging phase as well as the overdrive phase. When you're in overdrive, however, that is when you deliver your big damage, and that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk over the top of some of the footage you're going to see. First of all, I just want to talk about the synergy side of things. And I do think they're quite good, but there is a limitation with the synergies. So the limitation is that if you're trying to look at some of the utility factors, like if you go into overdrive and you're like, I want to use some of the elements, you can't use it. So getting quickly to overdrive is all about quick damage output in a successive form. So this is why this champion seems to me only good for questing, not for like long battles, because what you're doing is you can only regen once, but at the same time once you go into overdrive, it's just a case of like rebuilding it quickly means that you're in a state of not really doing much damage, and at times you can just feel like very meh. So yeah, there are times I did feel with going up against the likes of Realm of Legends Winter Soldier, that because it's a high hit pool fight, trying to then kind of go from high damage output to then very low is kind of bad. Yes, you do have the SP1 which recharges you quickly, but it's something of like, if you're not really up for that playing style and you want to see the better damage output, is by throwing SP2s and as well huge debuff damage with the SP3s, which we should see in a minute. But with having certain champions on the side of Punisher 2099, it means that your battery can be charged quicker, so that's something of a positive, and especially from having Punisher in your team, which is difficult if you want to take it to Act 6 and you don't have a 5-star Punisher. Then you're going to be scuppered and you have to rely on your Beardo, you have to rely on having a 5-star Thor, and you have to rely, well, you don't have to rely on any of the other two. But that is the problem. The synergies are good, but they do let down the side when it comes to acquisition and usage from a 5-star perspective when you want to take the champion into Act 6, because there's a 4-star restriction. This is why maybe this champion is more for Act 5 clearing, and definitely a good counter against Buffet. Now on screen at the moment, I'm just going to showcase some playing styles. So Playstyle 1 is all about pausing overdrive. Now first of all, you're going to see the raw damage output, and I've broken this fight up to different sections. So first of all, I've kind of gone straight into overdrive, which is a good start point. But as well, the kind of issue is now I'm in overdrive, I'm going to see my battery top left hand corner just going down, but I'm throwing my SP1 which pauses that. So it means I'm still able to continue my damage output, but at the same time it's still going down. I did that heavy attack to get the stun, and now I'm throwing another SP1 because I do want to maximize damage output from overdrive. This is also a 565 200 signature Punisher 2099, and you can see like there's good damage. It's nice yellow numbers. I'm not going to say it's big yellow numbers, but definitely from throwing SP2s that I like, I have seen like upwards of about 20,000. So it is nice when you go into overdrive for damage output. Okay, going to the second part, second play style. This is all about charging. So one thing to mention, and you will find this, the battery side of things. So it's done with a full synergy as per the one that we've just seen on screen. So what I'm kind of like looking at now, I was thinking to myself, right, well, what do I want to do with this section here? And firstly, there is a point where I'm like, right, well, I'm kind of unsure what I want to do. Do I want to throw the SP3, which now I'm building up to? And I thought, well, I'll keep the SP3 on me for a little while until I've kind of built up to overdrive, just see like what goes down. FYI, not a lot. So as again we continue this and I'm trying to build up to overdrive, I'm kind of losing my kind of patience, so to speak, with kind of like building up this kind of method, and it just doesn't feel like it's working, to a point where I even click off, which you just saw, the power control method. So by the champion going into SP3, it's then taken a load of my charges and it's power control, which is good. It's a good showcase. I needed to showcase it. But this is in lies the problem. Doing the SP3, which was great, and it does show the debuff damage that you end up doing from the SP3 ability. I think it's a disorientate. I want to say disorientate debuff. But I'm there like going like, look, this is working, so I'm going back to the drawing board. Look, what do I do now? So this is showcasing what I was talking about. The idea of throwing SP1s for quick build. You can see now my battery is literally just going up rapidly. So I've now gone up to overdrive. So that's something to point out. Do you want to build by throwing SP1s? And now we're going to the the Playstyle 3, which is stun rotation in overdrive. So we're in overdrive now, and I'm thinking, right, well, let's throw some stuns, doing the heavy attack, and can I consistently do it? Yes, but at the same time, it's taking away, it's doing damage, which is great, that's what I want to see, but at the same time, it's taking away a lot of my overdrive battery, which is now going to be very low in a moment. So I'm just giving everybody like options from you watching as to different ways to play the champion. They could be right, they could be wrong, but as well there are applications to other places in the game which we're going to see in a moment, like Icarus for example, and the fact that you have to throw a heavy attack in order to throw off your champion's fury attack so you don't get degen. So that's another key thing with that. Which this is an example here. So this showcases that what I was talking about, the heavy stun spams on Icarus, because I need to shrug off those effects. And doing this method in overdrive is where the more not extreme, but the better damage is going to come. And you can see it's a good method. It's not the most perfect method in the world. Well, are there better champions out there to utilize this? Yes, of course, for sure. And here's another example. We've gone now to Act 5.4.6, Buffet and All or Nothing Ant-Man. By the way, there is a mistake with this. I shouldn't have used this champion against Ant-Man. We're going to see in a second. But I just want to show this as a viable counter to Buffet. As a lot of you know, Buffet is all about if you have buffs, then you're going to trigger off a regen on the enemy. Now, if you are parry centric, then you'll know that this will be better. You can take dexterity off, that's the only buff there. As you can see, dexterity pinged off, but at the same time, I've also pinged off a heal block on the enemy. So that minimizes that regen. Okay, now onto an all or nothing fight in 6.1.6. Now, first of all, I must say, I'm not 100% sure if this signature ability, which is the one that if the champion gets to 3 bars of power, that they are power drained for 0. I think it's like 0.6 of a bar of power, something like that. There's something with this, whether or not it's 1 per fight or not, but I tried to do this once, it worked. I did it twice, it did not work. Now, as you can see at the moment, I'm in overdrive, which is good. I'm building up rapidly, but at the same time, I want to see what this is like in non-overdrive. So it's just playing about with a few things just to, like, you know, foolproof a lot of stuff. Because as much as I want to say, like, this will work in this way, I just want to see, like, you know, I'm not doing that much damage, and yeah, just checking how things work out. And as well, the battery's going down quickly. Could I have gone with the rotation methods of before? Yes, but again, this is down to like just having this champion for the first couple of hours, just kind of like understanding how it works, what's interesting about it, what works, what does not work. So you can see now, right, battery is 0. Now again, I could have thrown SP1s, build this up quickly, would have been better, especially for all or nothing, and that's what I would recommend. Now, again, playing cautiously now, I need to have 40 battery charges on me in order to hit off that power control, which we're close. There we are. We're going into the block. Nothing's popped up yet. Nothing's popped up just yet. Not yet. There we go. So we do the hit, and then that's what clicked it off. So it didn't feel like it was automatic. I don't know if I have to hit the champion first for it to hit off, and I think that may be where the mistake lies, that even though it's automatic, you still have to hit the enemy in order to trigger off that power control. Because you're going to see this again, same principle, that I'm going to hit the champion or hit champion about. I'm trying to get up to that 40, which is coming up, and it's going to be a case it's not automatic. So I'm pretty certain at this point, no. So maybe it is 1 per fight that is going to be the issue. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm still waiting for Kabam to answer something on the Discord when I've like chatted to them about something. So hopefully I get an answer whether it is actually 1 per fight. But it's surprising looking at back that it was indeed 1 per fight and didn't ping off. Or maybe I was doing something wrong. It didn't look like it, but you know, we'll have to see. My final thoughts on Punisher 2099 is that it does seem to be a very good champion. I don't know if it's going to be or feels like it's the best of the best, and maybe that's through a process of kind of like relearning, understanding the champion on the rotations of playstyle, which is going to be the crucial thing. Would I take this champion into some Act 6 content? Yes. Would I take it any further? Probably not. I like the fact that it doesn't have too many buffs, which does make it amazing as a counter for Buffet, and especially with that heal block does make it fantastic and really enjoyable. Definitely something I would say for players that were looking to do Act 5. Somewhat of a point of going, look, is it viable for Act 6? Yes, it is. It does have some viable options to it, but that's the same problem with Act 6 is going, look, I'm trying to find one peg for a square, a triangle, and whatever manner of hole for this to kind of go in, if you know what I mean. It's like trying to find the perfect fit for any champion. So yeah, would I say this is a rank 4 worthy champion? Of course it is. Is it really a dependable champion for you? Possibly. It's one of those champions that it's good, but it's not like a god tier, so to speak. I'm not going to say it's super bad. It's kind of like middle of the road, kind of trying to push up to something like a demigod type of champion. There's good damage output. There's relatively alright utility. But at the same time, I don't know if people are going to go, look, if it's a 6-star you've got, it's your first ever 6-star, hey, you know, it's good. Is it worthy of a rank 2? Maybe, but there may be other champions out there that will be rank 2 worthy. I love the burst element of overdrive right at the start if you're charging up the battery by the means of those synergies. So yeah, there is some real fun to this champion, good applications. I just don't know if it's the god tier we all wanted from the tune-up, but definitely was a decent tune-up. But in any case, over to you guys. What do you think of the champion? Do you have the champion? Do you want the champion? Do you have him as a 6-star? You can take him further. As I said, for me, I'm probably going to rank 5 mine or rank 4, pushing rank 5. I like the burst element of damage. It works for me. It works for my play style, whichever one I decide is going to be the best one for it, especially for the rotations of damage, and can be a really fun quester, especially if I'm looking for a quick option for a heal blocking champion that can somewhat power control and as well just be pretty fun. And that's been the video. Thank you very much for watching. Check out some content out there, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.